Hey guys, today I'm talking about Riot and McDonald's, which is actually a pretty kind of crazy story because it all happened pretty fast. So I'll just have as a normal day. I'm with my friends Amir and Frank. Now Amir and Frank, they were pretty chill. Only thing was that Frank, he was the more responsible out of the three of us. He would do dumb things, but if we did something too dumb, he would definitely try to stop us. And Amir was a bit more wild. So by wild I mean like a bit more aggressive, in a way that if you like mess with her friends, she would try to do something back. She was just like that, kind of feisty, aggressive, kind of like that. If you were a guy, she would still hit you. Like, she did not care. She was pretty strong too. Or I was just really weak. But at the time, it hurt. Like, she would pull my hair and crap, and I had long hair, so it was like not long hair. I had decent hair. It was like it kind of reached to the point in my eyes, so it was pretty easy to pull my hair. So I think that's mainly why. But Amir was pretty feisty and strong. So if you did something or her or her friends, she would definitely try to do something back. Especially if it was a fight, she would always be down to fight someone. Even if they were bigger, she'd still try to do it. Although she still knows she'd get her ass whooped, she still try to do something. But yeah, all starts off as a pretty normal day. I'm at school. I'm pretty much just gonna skip to the almost last period. Now last period we all brought money because this was maybe still the second month of the school. This is like pretty early on of 6th grade. This is like the first 4 months of the school year. So we're just talking. They asked me like a week before if I wanted to go to McDonald's, which is the one next to my school, and hang out, because they were all inviting their friends to hang out. And the thing about their friends was they were mainly a lot more older than I was, because Amir was in the 7th grade, and Frank was in my class, but he was in 7th grade, but he was in 6th grade, but he was supposed to be in 7th grade. I had another friend who was supposed to be in 8th grade, but he failed the year. So like mainly my friends were all older than me because they either failed the year or were in another they were in 7th grade year. But so yeah, we would usually talk up in the hallways because like Mira would always get out of class earlier than we would, so she would just come to our class. So when we would come out, she would be right in front. So we would just talk in the hallways because again she would just come to our class in front of us, and yeah, we would just be able to talk for like a good 5 minutes, because the thing was it was like a 7-minute belt, but the teacher let us be late like a minute, so we had like 8 minutes in the hallway basically that we could talk, and the class were all pretty close, so it wasn't that hard. So yeah, a week before they told me if I wanted to come, they told me to bring like $20, and a lot of us were gonna be going there. Now by a lot, I thought they meant like maybe like 5, 6, at most 7, but I was dead wrong. We get out of school, we're walking, and I saw a lot of people walking to McDonald's, but the thing was, the way that a lot of people went home was that you kind of had to go past the way to McDonald's. So you had to go past on the right side or the left side, and a lot of people would go right side. Some people would go left side, but it would always try to be the right side. So I didn't expect anything. But when we finally got inside the McDonald's, there must have been like 20 through 40 kids in that McDonald's. And they were all knew each other, and Amir knew like almost all of them. And the thing about this McDonald's, which is it was kind of big, but it also had this play area. You know how some McDonald's have these players where you can go on the slide and stuff, kind of like that. It was exactly like that, and I knew that I could go there. It was supposed to be for like 5 and 7-year-olds, but like it was like 1 through 7, but nobody really cared. So if I wanted to, I could go there with my friends. And that's what me and my friends did. We just went to the slides and stuff. We went there, we're just hanging around. We're just playing tag. Nothing too serious, we're just playing tag and shit. An hour later, like I stayed there for a good amount of time. An hour later, I finally ordered food at McDonald's. And by now, there's still like, out of the 40, like through like 30 students that were, like maybe there's 30 left. I don't really know, but there was like 30 people left from what I could tell. There was a lot of people there. And it was like, there's like adults there too, but it was kind of not that many. It was like mainly just kids. But the thing was like, they didn't even look like kids, bro. Like when I was in 6th grade, the 8th graders were very tall. Like they looked bigger than high schoolers. Like probably like adults. They had baby faces, but they were big. They were tall as hell. And some of them had like grew mustaches and stuff and shit. Like they had mustaches and shit. So like, I was like, fuck, like these 8th graders do not look like 8th graders. And a lot of them probably weren't 8th graders. A lot of them probably were supposed to be 9th or 10th graders. My school wasn't rated bad, so if you're like kind of looking for like just like reading the books or the statistics of the school and shit, it would be pretty good. The school was like definitely a good school, but when you actually went inside of school, bro, like it'd be fights every day. If you wanted, you can just deadass go to the bathroom and wait like maybe 2 periods until someone actually came inside, and you could basically buy almost anything off any 8th grade. Like you just went to an 8th grader, almost all of them would be selling something. So yeah, like my school was like pretty bad, but I liked it because it was like that. It was so wild, and I used to have so much fun with my friends. I had like a lot of fun times in 6th grade. Like my best year in middle school was definitely 6th grade because I had a lot of crazy friends. I did a lot of crazy shit, and sure, a lot of it was pretty dumb, but I enjoyed all those moments because it was pretty fun. But yeah, back to the story. I finally ordered food. I'm eating food there, and I go back. And right as I'm going back, I see my friend Joshua, who's running around. They were just playing tag, and this like play area was actually pretty decent size. Like it was like definitely like maybe 35% of the building, that play area. So it was like pretty big. It had like a second floor too. Well, they have a second floor. We could go upstairs on the playground and shit. So it's pretty big. But my friend, he's going to the slide, and the thing about the slide, it leads you like right in front where people can walk at. It's like in its own separate room, but where you're walking around to look at the whole thing and get inside. If you like have really bad timing, if someone's going down the slide while you're walking, someone can bump into you. Like you can get hit by someone with the slide. So my friend's running around, someone's chasing, they're running on the slides, and right as I go down the slides, I see this kid walk inside, like this like 6-year-old. He was like a young kid. He was a pretty young kid. He was like 6 years old or 7, and my friend Joshua, he must have been like 14. Yeah, he must have been 14 or 13. So, and he was like a bit chubby, so he was, a bit round and shit. So while he's going to the slide, someone's chasing him, he goes down a slide, and boom, they knock each other. Mainly Joshua knocks into the kid while he's like, walking. It wasn't Joshua's fault because he couldn't see him from the upstairs, and it wasn't the kid's fault because the kid couldn't see him going down the slide and shit. No one could really see anything. So my friend Joshua was just walking around. They go down the slide. They hits him, and that kid goes flying up. He goes like 3 feet further because of the like push. So that happens, and just as that's happening, they bump into each other, and holy shit, bro, the fucking kid starts bawling his eyes out. He deadass starts crying, and like not like a little cry, like a full like screaming cry. It was pretty understandable. He must have hit himself like decently hard, so I understand why. So right after that, basically his mom comes in the room and picks him up and just starts screaming at everyone. Like people who like she started screaming at me, my friends, Joshua, like everyone around. Like people, like Joshua was involved, but she started screaming at all my friends that were there. So like it just starts making a big scene. She goes to the middle of the McDonald's, and right as she's in the middle, she's just basically screaming about how my friend knocked her son over on purpose. And my friend Joshua saying no, that's not, that didn't happen, trying to clear everything up. But that lady keeps screaming and not giving him a chance. And then she starts telling him that she's gonna call the cops. And then everybody's like, out of the 30 people, like everyone knew them. And she started screaming at him a little bit loud. People started recording shit. I was recording, and my friend's like, I don't care, you can call the cops, but I didn't do anything wrong. And he kind of said it like a bit, like a bit, I guess a bit disrespectful. But out of nowhere, boom, she just slaps him in the face. And he had glasses on. He had glasses. So his glasses went flying across the McDonald's, bro. And boom, dead silence. Out of nowhere, bro, everyone starts screaming. Like all the kids are screaming at her, saying "fuck you, I'm about to fuck you up." Like not everyone, but like mainly the girls. The guys are just like in shock. And this is like a lady, so like not many guys are screaming shit like that. but all the girls were going crazy. My friend Amir, like, she was like, bro, like, we had to hold her back because she was dead ass about to fight her. And then someone fucking threw like a Big Mac at her, some shit. And then like the McDonald's employee saw this, so like they're trying to stop the kids. And these kids are bigger than the employees. Like, these are like pretty big. So it's kind of crazy there. It's kind of crazy there. So the McDonald's employees came and stopped the kids. So the lady and her kid, they just started going out. And they start they start trying to get out. And I feel bad because the kid must have seen all this shit. That must have been really fucked up. But kid's seeing this and she's like pushing through everyone. And like someone like smacked their hand and shit. And like it's just crazy. And then like a McDonald's employee screams that they're gonna call the cops. And after that, bro, everyone fucking dips. Like everyone at the same time. It's kind of fucking chaotic. All the 30 kids disappear in like fucking seconds. We kind of went last because it took like a whole 20 seconds for everybody to leave because everybody was pushing through everyone. So it was crazy and wild. So when we finally leave, me, Amir, Frank, and Joshua, we're like the last ones to leave. And like the police, like you hear the sirens and we're like, fuck, bro. We all started running. We started running and like some people I think got caught. The people who like, I think some people got caught, but like nothing really happened, but they got caught. But we were lucky, like we just fucking missed the cops. Like I think like they saw us, but we were like, we kind of ran like really far. Like we were at the dead end of the corner, and the corners are very fucking long. So I didn't think they came after us. And yeah, they're at the McDonald's, like one or two. Like it was really stupid. They probably should have just sent one, but like, it was like 2 cars. And yeah, it wasn't even just like the little small. It was like the kind of like the like the minivan one. So like one minivan one and like a normal small car. Like what the fuck? Just for kids? But I guess why there's like 30 of us. But still, me, Frank, Joshua, and Amir get out and we're like fucking finally, bro. And Amir's still fucking like pissed off. And like I'm like, bro, I just got all that shit on camera. And like that ass, I'm like, yeah. And like shit, that shit was wild. I'm like, yeah, bro, that shit really was. Yeah, and it basically just ends like that. Just pretty crazy. We're lucky the fucking cops didn't come after us, because if they did, they could have easily done it. They had cars and shit, so they could have easily caught up. And I was pretty unathletic, so I would have got caught easy. But yeah, that's the end of the video. Like and subscribe. I'll be posting a lot more now. I'm more frequent because I finally was able to get my computer and everything back from like the person and shit. Like it kind of got fucked up, the keybind and shit. But yeah, that's the end of the video. Hope you guys enjoyed. Yeah, I'll be posting next video in like 3 days.